All right, guys, excited to announce the Starlink Mini Bag. This is something that we've been working on for a while since Starlink released their mini variant of their popular satellite internet dishes. This bag is designed to carry a Starlink Mini in either its stowed configuration or in its running configuration. And what's super cool about this is that we offer full protection of the actual Starlink and the ability to run and actually operate it while it's fully enclosed inside this bag. So right now I have the Starlink Mini, as you can see, with the kickstand deployed, and there'll be a 0% reduction in speed or performance of both the Wi-Fi and the actual internet while running inside of this bag. In the top here, we have a thermoplastic impact plate that will protect it from rock strikes or things like that, as well as a high-density foam piece that fully protects the antenna. This bag is highly water resistant and dust resistant, and also offers cable management, cable routing, and our multi-mount plate on the back, which allows you to attach this to a wide variety of things, to include backpacks, ruck straps, vehicles, campers, or to simply just lay it out on the ground like this and pull high-speed internet anywhere in the world. Like everything we make, the Starlink Mini Bag is handmade in the United States with made in the US materials, making it fully Berry compliant for those of you on the military or government side of things. But just know that this is all high quality materials made right here in the US. The plate that we talked about is like this. So again, a highly impact resistant piece of thermoplastic called Curve. And then here's a high density foam piece. These are in the cover of the Starlink Mini Bag and are fully removable if you want to even further slim down this pouch. The Starlink bag is made to tightly fit the actual Starlink Mini, and so it's roughly 10 by 12 inches in diameter, and when collapsed down can easily fit in most laptop sleeves in backpacks, and then also in things like a suitcase or whatever else you might want to travel with. On the back, you'll notice there's a laser cut slot here that allows you to run a cable on the inside. Here we've got the 50-foot AC power cable that the Starlink comes with, and all you need to simply do is feed it through this hole on the back, through the elastic on the inside, and plug it into your Starlink, and your dish is now fully protected with the cable running. That port is large enough that you can run an Ethernet cable out of it if you want to run Ethernet off of here, or if you're in Wi-Fi mode and simply want to power it. On the inside of the bag, the back piece is fully covered in loop Velcro. This lets you put all sorts of inserts that you want in to manage cables or hold batteries, and I'll show you a couple examples here. Here you've got a battery from Anchor that provides roughly 3 hours of power for the Starlink Mini through one of our loop certs, and I can take this and Velcro it wherever I want inside the bag to keep this battery secure. Additionally, here's a USB-C power cable for the Starlink Mini that I can attach to this battery pack, and I can also Velcro this on the inside to keep all this extra cable managed so that's not getting in the way. This bag will accept any type of Velcro-backed insert or accessory that you want to use to manage your cables. Speaking of cable management, we do have these two tie-down points towards the top of the bag on either side. You can use these to tie things down for extra retention or use them to attach or manage cables. And this loop field again runs to the entire bottom of the bag. On the back of the Starlink Mini Bag, we have our multi-mount panel. This is a kind of do-it-all panel that lets you mount this Starlink Mini really anywhere that you want with any sort of attaching method that you might want to use. Couple common examples that we've been using here. We've got some vehicle magnets simply bought off Amazon, and we have these laser cut holes that allow you to screw or bolt in any type of attachment you want. Another example here are some suction cups, but you can also run bolts through this if you want to permanently attach this to a board or something like that and mount it down. These holes, there's 6 of them. You can mount pretty much anything that you want. Additionally, we have horizontal and vertical pass-throughs, and so you can take something like a ratchet strap here and run it all the way across if you want out the other side and ratchet strap this down to something. You can run rope through there. One of the most common ones that we're seeing backpacker type people like to use is actually just take the outer compression straps on a backpack or a rucksack and feed them through here, and so they can attach the Starlink Mini right to the outside. Of note, we have found that if you run the Starlink Mini in a roughly vertical orientation on the top of a backpack or rucksack, If you stay stationary long enough for it to get its initial connection, you can actually pull high-speed internet and actually watch a Netflix video while walking around. Not that you need to do that, but just as an FYI, these do work well on the go, even on a dismounted format. Another example of an attachment method are these voile straps. A lot of people like these for snowboarding or snowmobiling or things like that, but again, you can simply take them and thread them through. And these pass-throughs, again, work horizontally. There's 3 of them horizontally and 2 vertically, so you can attach this pretty much any way that you want. And then finally, for more of the military or tactical type users, we have MOLLE cut through here. And so you can attach using any sort of MOLLE attachment method that you might want to the outside of another bag or frame. And these also allow you, if you want to put backpack straps or other straps on these that are 1 inch or narrower, you can run them right through these different attachment points. So again, this multi-mount panel lets you use this bag in a lot of different ways. What we mostly like to do is run the Starlink in here with a battery pack and have it attached either on the outside of a bag or just in a vehicle or something like that. When we need to use it, we just simply take it, put it out on the ground, and we'll be able to get high-speed internet within 2 minutes. The other kind of really common use case that we've been using this with is with these magnets mounted on here. We'll simply magnet this right to the top of a vehicle, attach it, and again, we'll have high-speed internet within a couple of minutes, and we can run 3 hours off a battery pack or run that AC cable inside of the vehicle and have internet. Getting into some of the use cases for the Starlink Mini, we think that these use cases are just enhanced or made more efficient by using the Starlink Mini Bag. But the ways that we've used them, so we've used them tactically or for military purposes, whether in a patrolling type format or stationary to pull high-speed internet, which you can then use for a wide variety of things. We've also used them mounted to vehicles, again, for similar purposes. And then some of the guys from Forge have also used these for conducting search and rescue work. So as many of you know, during Hurricane Helene in Western North Carolina, Starlink was the only way to really get internet, as most of the cell service was knocked down, and Starlink was absolutely critical there. And so anyone in a search and rescue or emergency services type scenario where there are power outages or damage to cell towers, we think Starlink brings a lot of utility. And then the other big use cases we see are for backpacking or for the overlanding community, people that are going out into remote places and want to have a reliable way to communicate. These are honestly very affordable for the performance you get out of them, and the fact that you can use them to have backup high-speed internet at your house if you needed to, but also use these on the go is pretty awesome. One of the other really cool use cases for the Starlink Mini Bag with the Starlink Mini is using this as a gateway device for mesh radios. So if you're familiar with the Persistent Systems MPU5 or Silvus radios or Trellis or any of the other mesh systems, some of them have a way where if you're able to actually get one of those radios connected to the internet, you're able to basically push that local network out across the internet. And so you can take something like an MPU5, connect it right up to the Starlink, and talk to somebody on the other side of the world on another MPU5 that's also connected to another one of these. And in this really small little bag application where you could literally MOLLE a radio pouch onto the back of it if you wanted to, you have everything you need to extend your radio network right here in this little package. So, and again, another one of the really cool use cases and ways that we think this bag is going to help change tactical communications. We know we're going to get questions about this, so yes, you can use a Starlink Mini while you're driving around. Starlink doesn't really advertise that this is part of their sort of mobile platform. They want you to use their larger dish for mobile performance, and you will get better performance with the larger dish if you're mounting it to the top of an RV or a camper or something like that. However, in our experience, and in the experience of many people on the internet, if you look around, you can absolutely pull high-speed internet on a Starlink Mini while you're driving around on a highway or on a backcountry road. We have not had any issues. So again, a lot of different use cases. I'm sure as the Starlink Mini begins to proliferate more, because these haven't honestly been out that long, people will find lots of other ways to use them. Starlink, in our opinion, is already changing the entire game of internet, bringing high-speed internet to rural communities or places around the world that would never going to be able to have it via typical cable-type infrastructure. And we're really excited about the personal and professional opportunities that this brings. We think that the Starlink Mini inside of the Starlink Mini Bag honestly just makes for such a simple solution to get internet anywhere in the world in a way that actually protects this investment and keeps it secure no matter how we want to mount it. So if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. We're super excited about this. We've been using this for quite a while now. It's been tested and evaluated by a bunch of professional users around the world with really positive results. And it's pretty awesome that you can, again, get high-speed internet right through this with full protection and no degradation in performance. So hit us up with your questions. Thanks for watching.